Hello, beautiful soul. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to Strawberry Shift, where we are all about enthusiasm for love. And today is day eight of Celebrate Compassion. I am so excited for you to start this second phase of our journey together. Week 2 is so profound. And it's deep work. I mean, week 1 was deep work, yes. Now you're ready for another level. This is also where I found for myself and my clients, we experience the most joy because it really makes this journey of practicing compassion real. You know, the Dalai Lama says, if you want to be happy, practice compassion. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. So this is where we're really going to integrate compassion into our relationships. So day 8 is where you are going to decide from your heart who you're going to dedicate the next 7 days to with regards to having compassion for. Let me explain a little bit more. So remember, what's the definition of compassion? What is compassion? Compassion is understanding suffering. It's understanding pain. So that's why people who are compassionate are not violent. People who are compassionate, they don't hate and they're not aggressive. Why? It's not because they're holding it in. It's because they understand the suffering. They understand the pain. Now, this doesn't mean that they condone the behavior. It doesn't mean that they agree with the behavior. But it does mean that they understand the suffering behind it. You know, Gandhi is one of my favorite teachers for this. Gandhi is such a powerful leader when it comes to compassion because he gave such a powerful example of shifting, decisions of a country through nonviolence. That's compassion. If you have any sort of desire to make an impact on this planet with spreading more compassion, we're going to start with your own heart. So this is where we're going to get into maybe some uncomfortable parts, but you're used to it. Hey, you just forgave yourself from something that, you had some shame about. So let's dive in. Today is very simple. Today, I'd like for you to pick, and you might have more than one person. I'd like for you to select someone in your life that you still carry some hate for. Yeah, that person. The one that just popped up in your head, that like, no, Mandy, no. The one that you're like, no, the one that you love to hate. Come on, the one that we all have someone that we love to hate. I'm not going to name their name because they're well known, but I had a friend who really helped me through this process because I needed help through this process. Hey, I'm human. I've definitely have had people that I've not liked and definitely have people that I would say I've hated. And she thought I was funny because I could talk about, with compassion, I could talk about Hitler because I studied Hitler's childhood and his background and what made him Hitler. And then I would talk about this other person and I just had no compassion. But here I am. She's like, and this person, as far as we know, has not killed anyone or responsible for any deaths. I was like, gosh, it's really hurting me, isn't it? And I had so much anger and resentment and hate towards this person. And I will confess to you, I loved to hate this person. And when anybody would bring up this person's name, I'd be like, ah. And I realized how much it was hurting me and what it was doing to me. It was not easy for me to have compassion for this person because in my perception, this person caused someone I care about a lot of pain. And I'm very protective. I'm sure you are too. I find that a lot of us who are heart driven, it's so funny. I find a lot of us who are heart driven, we have these certain qualities. And one of them is we love love, right? We love love and we love the conversation of love and passion and compassion. But if you hurt someone we love, right? Am I right? You like want to become like a vigilante? Like, let's go. It's one of our qualities. I totally get you. I joke with these coaches that I've been working with and train, like my mobster comes out and I'm like, forget about it. Like, I'm going to take care of it. I feel just so protective. And this person, from my perception, hurt someone I love very, very dearly and also hurt me. I just wanted to Now I don't feel that way. But I'm going to be honest with you. It took a lot to get there. If it was me years ago going through this, what I'm going to take you through, I'd have to go through it at least 3 times, at least this next week. Hardest people to love are the ones that need it the most. If you are holding hate in your heart, if you're holding hate, anger, resentment in your heart, resentment is poison. The damage that it's doing right now to your body, your organs, your inside, your soul, your heart, being connected to your intuition, your creativity, your superpower, being able to enjoy the present moment, the magic, it is robbing you of joy. It's robbing you of ecstasy. It's robbing you of your power. Imagine you are in this jail cell, because you are. When you have hate for another human being, you're not free. If you have hate for another human being, you are not free. And so I'd like to take you through this journey this week in becoming free. And it's totally okay and it's totally normal if you're like, no, Mandy, I don't want to. If you're like that, congratulations. You picked a good one. If you're like, I don't want to forgive my ex, I like hating my ex, or if I don't want to forgive this person, you don't know what they did, Mandy. I'm sure there's a great story. I got a great story too. I'm sure we could all sit by the campfire and trade our stories. Here's all I'd like for you to do today. Today is simple, because I'm not wanting to overload you. We're going to take this with grace and gentleness. Is make a decision on who it's going to be. And I acknowledge your courage and your willingness. You could go through this and you don't have to do everything that I recommend, right? So if something doesn't resonate with you, but I do invite you to pick that one. You know the one. After you decide, the second thing I'd like for you to do today, that's very simple, is I'd like for you to ask your heart, because I want you to develop the muscle of just really getting clear on what your heart sounds like. So remember, your heart never judges, never criticizes, never uses guilt, shame, or fear. Never. I remember talking to my healer, Kathleen, and I remember saying, I think it's my heart that's telling me this. And she said, Mandy, your heart would never tell you that, because your heart would never scare you. Like, okay, that's true. So your heart would never scare you. Your heart doesn't use shame, fear, or guilt. Your heart will sometimes give you news that might be hard to hear. That's true. When my heart told me that my marriage was over, that didn't feel good. But I knew that it was true, and I knew that it was going to help both Curtis and I heal and move on. It was like a hard truth. So sometimes your heart's going to give you hard truths. Your heart isn't like this people pleaser that's just going to give you like fake stuff to say to you. Your heart speaks truth. It speaks wisdom, but your heart doesn't use manipulation or guilt or fear. And when you connect with your heart will be gentle with you. My heart didn't let me know that until I was ready to hear it. Until I had the support. It was still so hard to hear, but I was also ready. So for you, I would invite you to ask your heart, what has hating this person, or you might be like, Mandy, I don't hate them, I just have a little bit of anger. Whatever word you want to describe. If you don't hate them, then what anger, resentment, what has judging this person, having resentment towards this person, what has it prevented you from having and experiencing? What has it cost you that you may not be aware of? And really notice what your heart tells you. If you are active in our community. I would love to hear what comes up for you, because I think it's important for all of us to share. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I'll share with you, for me, my heart told me that it was holding me back significantly financially. Significantly. My heart said significantly, Mandy. And I was like, oh. Significantly financially, and so much laughter, because I love to laugh. And I was like, oh, so much laughter and significantly financial. I'm ready to forgive. Let's do this. I want to do this. So I was like, game on. Help me out. Let's do it. I'm so excited for you to experience this journey with me and our community. So share what comes up for you. Get ready to experience even more joy, even more relief, and feeling even more alive. Thanks again, my friend, for being here.